Okay. Everyone needs to calm the fuck down. There's a new Lotus. You guys want the reserve list to be abolished? That means that they can reprint cards like the Black Lotus. You guys want them to make cards that are similar and functional to the reserve list cards? They're going to make cards like this new Lotus. Either way around it, everyone needs to calm the fuck down. This is not a $150 card. This is not a... this is a $40 card at best, in my opinion. Maybe $50. And that's something that I talk about in my weekly Tumblr articles that I release. I have an article that I'm going to release here in the next day or so talking about this. I wanted to really wait and see how everyone landed on this card. And it's hard because, with the Magic community, it is it's so hard because there's a race to be the first one to say, oh, it's busted, it's OP, it needs to be banned. Doesn't need to be banned. And then there's also a race to just complain about the card. Not actually look at the functional purpose of it or think about why it's here. I do understand that this is a company in Wizards of the Coast that is completely devoid of all common sense when it comes to game design. I get that. But that doesn't mean for any amount of time that the community should react the way it has to this card. This new Lotus, this jewel of my nuts Lotus, is way overhyped. I purposely wait when we have these high energy, high charged moments in the Magic community so that I can get a good feel and see what people are actually saying. And what's funny is that and it's almost like the political world we have. People just want to be right. They don't want to get it right when it comes to some of those things. And it's almost the same thing here. People want to talk first, but they don't want to listen or conversate first. They just want to be the first one to talk. This card's very narrow and very flimsy, and I'm going to consistently use those two words on it. It is overhyped, and if you pay $100, $150, $200 for a pre-release price of this card, you are insane. You could have spent your money on actual reserve list cards that are worth more. This card will drop, and I'm willing to guarantee that it's going to get down to a $50 mark. It's going to crash hard. Once those packs open, because everyone's going to want to get their hands on it, once packs start circulating, it is going to crash super hard. So please, guys, just calm the fuck down. It is not that powerful of a card. I go into more detail in my Magic article on Tumblr, but essentially, it's going to be able to cast 1, maybe 2 cards for you out of your deck. That's it. And please remember that a lot of people who are trying to explain how overpowered this card can be, they are using a scenario of you drew the absolute god hand and you can flood out. Yes, I understand there's 3 caster commanders that are going to be turn 1 now. Okay. If you can't get around that, that's not, it's not going to be an every game thing. And if people really narrow their hand down to keep mulliganing until they get that card so they can turn 1 caster commander, they're probably not very good at Magic. Sorry. But I have a hard time imagining that going down and losing 2 or 3 cards to the mulligan so you can make sure you draw your Lotus turn 1 opening hand, I don't see that as smart Magic. Now, I don't play the competitive EDH format just because I'm not interested in that. But I've played other competitive formats. And I've never once looked at a card that is this narrow and this flimsy and been intimidated by it. It's very weak, overpriced, and overhyped. Don't waste your damn money. Please. There are so many more important things, and there are so many better cards. Don't waste your money. Wait for this card to drop. And you know what? Here within the next 4 or 5 months, if the card never dips down, and it truly only goes up, then okay, I will admit I'm wrong. I doubt I will be. Trust me on that one.